Today, I have a jam-packed session for you because we are going to cover Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Very important price action, psychology of buying and selling, and we need to know the market sentiment. But also, we've been covering a lot of low-cap gems. So today, we're going to do a review going over the major low-cap gems. So what we're going to cover? We're going to cover WagyuSwap, CrossWallet, CrossSwap, SafeLaunch, Ethereum, PostPad, NFT launch, Creator, LunaPad, Swaps, MemePad, and PlayPad. There's some of the low cap gems that we've been covering. Some are exploding, some are kind of break even, some are a bit down, and we want to look at what's happening, what's likely to happen next, but looking at the macro of the market first. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. That's what we're going to start with. So if you like today's video, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. If you don't know me by now, my name is Jiggy. I'm the award-winning author of The Extraordinary New Venture Capital Opportunity, How to Invest Like a Pro. Been featured in the best-selling book, High Probability Trading Strategies, back in 2008. I used to exclusively focus on currencies, but now I'm exclusive on cryptocurrency. So let's dive straight in. So we're going to start with Bitcoin. So I did a video on Bitcoin. I think it was on the 26th of October. Are we getting ready to hit six-figure Bitcoin? But what I said, look, we're likely making this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave pattern. We should see a price range of around $70,000 and then expect a correction. It looks like that correction has started. It looks like, again, I just want to kind of remind you of this actually. If you're not familiar with my Elliott Wave Fibonacci analysis, I have got a free Elliott Wave Fibonacci masterclass in the link below, and it just shows you that markets move in a 5-wave cycle, and around 50 to 60% of the time, they're very identifiable. And after the 5-wave cycle, you tend to have a B, C correction. It's the natural human psychology of buying and selling. You've got nice profits, people want to take profits, and then fear, greed, optimism, pessimism, etc., etc. And there's waves within the waves, and we use all this information all of the time to help us see and get context in an objective, mechanical, non-emotional way where we can make good business decisions. Remember, we only do probabilities and never certainties. So with the chart, let's go into a live Bitcoin chart. So I'll take a snapshot of this, and then if we look at the market right now, it's just textbook, man. It's just textbook. This over here. Let me just make sure I got it in the screenshot. So let me just do a snapshot. We go back to the YouTube video. We said this high here around 70,000, looking for a correction. And again, it's looked like it's just on this textbook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we look like we are on this ABC. Now, the markets don't always pan out perfectly. Like this wasn't a typical ABC correction, but it is what it is. But I'm going to jump into Ethereum shortly. That gives us a clue because Ethereum kind of mimics Bitcoin and vice versa. And we can look at both of them holistically and see, okay, they might not be perfect, but we can get valuable information that gives us high probability of what's likely to occur next. So what typically happens after a 5-wave sequence? Well, after this move here, similar to if we just look at, again, the theory, if we go back here, yeah, got a 5-wave sequence. We tend to get an ABC correction. That's the minimum expectation. So what would an ABC correction look like? If I just draw this out from fresh, I'll get rid of these lines as well because they're not that valuable to us at the moment. What it's going to do is just a quick, I'm going to try and keep it punchy today because we've got a lot to cover today, We say this low to this high, and a typical correction is 50%. 50% as a minimum, which is around $49,000. Yeah. And what we today, around $57,000. So what's that? Another $10,000 to the downside. What will tend to happen as well, a bit of other valuable information that we need to take into consideration is the weekly chart. There's two things that I want to kind of bring to your attention. Firstly, the weekly indicator, the stochastics RSI, which is what we use, is bearish. The blue line's gone below the red, so we should say sideways to down for 3 to 4, maybe 5, 6 weeks. Yeah, that's right. 4 or 5, maybe 4 or 5 weeks to the downside. Also, what's very important that might not be obvious to see, but I'm going to show you and make it obvious for you, is that this high on the momentum and this high on the momentum is moving down, but the price is moving up. That's something what you call divergence. Right, and that basically just shows weakness, and selling is more than likely going to occur. So what we're looking for is momentum, pattern, price, and time. If they coincide, it's highly probable that the market will tend to follow in that direction. So if we just jump back into a daily chart, what should we anticipate for Bitcoin? Just natural human behavior, buying and selling. How long would it take? And to do a bit of time analysis, it's going to take this low to this high, but we're doing time now. Let's make sure I get the high. And typically it's 50%, but I found a lot of the time it's 38.2 to 50%. So I'm going to be conservative here. But we're talking about 4 to 6 weeks. You know, we're in November 19th today. So we're talking about late December, maybe even early January. We might see a very, correction like this. We tend to get a second wave, which is wave B, and then a wave C. Right, I'm going to anticipate that and be prepared for that, right? And the impact that will have on the market. But also keep in mind, I want to finish on this with Bitcoin, then we'll do the same for Ethereum. Is what I'm seeing here is if this is a wave 3, this high over here, then this part of the market looks like a nice wave 1, a wave 2 of a wave 5. And then what we should anticipate, I'm still anticipating that 6-figure Bitcoin. That 6-figure Bitcoin, which will look like this. This will be peak, like where 80% of the money is going to be made. If this occurs like this, if is the operative word, highly probable, but again, it is probabilities, not certainties, that this over here is a wave 1 of a wave 5, a wave 2 of a wave 5. It looks like it's forming perfectly. It's got the beginnings of it, like an ABC. And then we want to anticipate this leg here. That's where the big money is going to be made. That's going to be altcoin season on a whole different level. I think 2017 all over again. And I think it'll probably happen towards the end of this year, where this part of the market, if I get this here, becomes just peak season. So what I want to do now is just jump into Ethereum, and you'll see it's a very similar pattern. Very, very, very similar, but it's cleaner. It's cleaner, much cleaner. And that gives us a clue. Yeah, this is much more of a textbook A, B, C of a wave 4 down here. We can actually get rid of this question mark now, actually. No, that's not one. Let me just do it one more time. Because why? Because we've exceeded this high. We had a break and a close above here. Yeah, but what am I seeing here? Again, with Ethereum, it looks like we can take a bit of a macro view, right? Just kind of give you a picture on this, even taking the information from 2017 into account. I know this is very, very large data that we're looking at here, but it looks like a 1, 2, nice 3, a correction ABC over 4. And what it looks like to be forming right now, how I'm seeing it, is an initial wave 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over wave 1 over wave 5. If this is new wave 1 over wave 5, like, Chiquille, what did you just say there? Take my free Elliott Wave and Fibonacci masterclass, because I break it down in a bit more detail. And then I have some courses which gives you access. We break it down to bite-sized chunks. It's at a huge discount at the moment. But then you also get invited to my private Telegram. So what we're going to anticipate is the same correction, but then a wave 3 of a wave 5. And that's where I think we're going to get into real good business in terms of the whole market and really optimism to finish off the bull season, last 25-30% of the bull season. Like, we're talking good movements. But right now, we want to focus on, right, what should we anticipate so you can plan, prepare, even just plan and prepare your emotions, right? Because we want to be ready for this. So if I just get rid of these red lines for a second, if I can get rid of this, keep the numbers there. So again, we do the same thing. We're just going to take the low to the high. %, and we're going to do the time. Again, take it with a pinch of salt, because it is crypto, but it tends to follow these Elliott Wave and Fibonacci ratios, just textbook, time and time again. And it's around 50% of the time you'll see it kind of unfold perfectly. Yeah, again, end of December, sideways to down. We got the weekly momentum. If you look in the top left-hand corner, again, very similar to Bitcoin in the sense of we've got this bearish momentum reversal. So we sideways to down for 4 to 6 weeks, excuse me. And then on the daily chart, again, we had the bearish reversal. It's not as clean. Probably have to use a slightly different indicator we want to use. Let's just see how it marries up with the highs and the lows. Yeah, this one's a bit cleaner. You'll see that this one lines up with these highs just a lot nicer. So this bearish reversal over here. So what we anticipate, keeping it nice and clean, and here is like a nice A, a nice B. Again, people think this is, it will do this, but it's more probable to do this as a wave B, and then to finish off a correction, and then a continuation to really finish off the bull market season. It just moves in these seasons, right? 4-year cycles and so on and so forth, like 2017 all over again. If we can ignore all of these are a bit out of date. I haven't updated this. Just get rid of these. We don't need to focus on this right now. We want that. We want to keep that there. We don't want that one there. Perfect. So what we're really saying is this, I know it's quite broad, but we can kind of go here. this range over here, and then we're anticipating all-time new highs. Bang, right? Make sense? All right, so that's Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? We should have timestamps in the description below. So if you want to jump to any particular coin that you're really interested in, feel free to just go down to the timestamps because we've got a lot to cover today. And I wanted to, because I'm reading your comments and even my private Telegram group, I just want to make sure we get everything covered. So what I wanted to quickly do next is just jump into our YouTube channel. And we done quite a few videos, but we did a one on Solana not that long ago. I want to just quickly do a quick recap on Solana. This one here, I think it was this one. Yeah. So it was, the title was Solana 400x in 3 months. That's what I was anticipating. But we did a video down here, this wave 2, where it was around $20, $22. And we pegged this ABC correction. How do we peg it? How do we get it so accurate? It's just probabilities, but we just focused on this part of the market, this part, like this correction, this pattern over here. If I can just show you this annotation. If I can just show you this part here, we're just looking at this A, B, C, and we're focusing here, and we're anticipating this, right? And what I anticipate now, Solana, is like in this zone, right? This zone. So we should anticipate this correction, right? This correction. Well, in fact, I think we've even finished a 5-wave sequence. I think we've even finished the whole 5-wave sequence. Well, that's what we're going to look at now for Solana. Solana's what, top 5 now, right now? Top 5. So let's just have a look at Solana. So let's just bring up the daily chart initially. Let's just focus on the pattern, get rid of the momentum indicator. So that video that I did on, when was it? It was on August 15th, right? Because ideally we want leading information, meaning we want the information before the move happens. So we did the video here, right? This is it's around this region here, right? We did a few videos here, this region. Before, and it's important to note this, before this movement. Didn't mean it was guaranteed to happen. It was just highly probable. And then it took off. But what we're seeing right now, just look at this. This is that textbook stuff, right? It doesn't get much better than this, right? What we're seeing is a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, an ABC of a wave 4 down here. And then we've got this nice finish to the wave 5. That's just textbook. Like, look at accurate. I mean, look at that. Talk about mass, the beauty of human mass psychology. Look at the textbook of this. Even if I make it clean and you took a screenshot of this part, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that, right? And now let's look at Solana. And we go, wow, that's just unreal. So in fact, what we'll do is, just to keep it really, really clear, I'm going to do it like this today with Solana. If you like today's video, by the way, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, because we are always doing probabilities, never certainties. But this is what we're doing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it looks like we're forming the 5, or maybe form the 5. And I wanted to actually bring in the lines over here so you can get it real clear in your mind that you're seeing this. Because this happens time and time again. Around 50 to 70% of the time, 60% of the time, you'll see these patterns unfold. And just look how clean it is compared to this. Look at that. Unreal, right? Like, this is nuts. But it's just human psychology. It is what it is. And it's Fibonacci ratios that just show up all the time. I'll say all the time, more like 50 to 60% of the time. So let's now focus on the end of wave 5 target. Have we hit the end of wave 5 target for Solana? Well, let's have a look. Again, we don't even care that it's Solana. We know they're doing great things. They might have some challenges. I've heard a few different things with Solana. But let's just ignore Solana for a second and just look at pure psychology of buying and selling. So what we're going to do is measure wave 1 to wave 3, project it from wave 4, and let's just see where it comes up. Whoop. Oh, let me just do that again. Wave 1 to wave 3, project it from wave 4, and the numbers that we want, 62. Oh, look at that. Textbook. Look at that. 62% is one of the most common. We don't need to do the other one, right? That is just, I love it. That's why I love Fibonacci anyways, right? Especially in crypto. It just applies so well. All right, so we got that. Also, a bit more advanced. I cover this in my actual course. I think I cover it in the masterclass as well. Is if you measure wave 1 and wave 5 often equal each other. Yeah, often equal each other. So I project it from down here. So I'm going to do it quite fast, more because I've got a lot to cover today. 100%, and the maximum tends to be 1.618. Right, and look at that. It's in that range. It's a macro indicators. So we've got this range, and then we want to do an external retracement. This just gives us a confluence of events. We measure this high to this low. One of the maximums of A typical wave 5 zone on the intermediate wave count is 1.618. Look at that, right into that zone, right into that zone. Doesn't mean it's going to be to the penny or to the pound, but it's the zone that we're looking for, right? The zone. And then last but not least, we can actually do this, right? Check this out. You're going to like this. You're going to like this a lot, right? Let's just do it. Let's keep it nice and clean. We don't have to get too anal about the wave count on this because we can go to a lower degree time frame, but it looks like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of a microwave count. So these are waves within the waves. Go, Chigia, what? What's Chigia? Waves within waves? Are you a nutcase? What are you talking about right now? I go, let me show you. Because this is important. This is important because we want to use the information that's available to us. So when I'm showing you this, is it this one here? Let me do it this way. When I'm showing you this, and I say there's waves within the waves, look at these yellow lines that I'm going to show you now. These yellow lines coming up. You see this? Right? And what we're looking at is the waves within the wave 5. Bump, 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 bump. Right? And then we look at the live chart, and we're saying these waves within this wave. Right? So now we've got a wave 5 of a wave 5 of a wave 1. As in this whole big movement counts as a wave 1. So why am I showing that to you? Well, there's a few really important indicators. Because if you're looking to take profits on Solana, you can measure this low to this high and project it from down here. We do the same thing. The typical range is 60 to 100%, right? And we got that range, and we can see that it's in that range. And then we've also got most typical end of wave 5 is an external retracement of wave 4. And I know some of you, some of you like this. When we're doing this level, it's actually better to use candles, to be honest, because candles give you intraday data, but we don't even need this. This is enough information for us to say this is highly probable that Solana's hit a top. Yeah, we got a wave 5, a wave 5, a wave 5. We got the multiple degrees of wave counts. Then we go into the weekly chart, and we look at this. This is much more obvious than Bitcoin. Look at this, right? You got this bearish reversal on the weekly momentum. Let me just make sure you can see that. Bang. You see that? Yeah, this bearish reversal. Yeah, but look, it's gone down, and this one was up here. This one's gone down, so it's doing this. But the price has done this. What's that? Divergence. That's a massive signal, massive sign, massive clue, piece of information, because we do probabilities, never certainties, that the market is showing a weakness. So therefore, we should expect downside movements for quite a few weeks. So let's just now wrap up with Solana. I've got a lot to cover today. I've got a few more to cover today. I want to see if we can get it covered, because that's one of my challenges. I read all your comments on YouTube. I read, obviously, got my private community. It's tough to get everything done. So let me just see if we can get everything done today. And you can just go to the timestamps. One of my team members, Sanj, will be editing this, so he'll put in the timestamps. All right, so we're going to measure this, right? What's the typical correction for Solana? You might go, but Solana's a powerhouse. How is it going to correct? I go, look, it's not up and running yet. I mean, it's up and running, but it's not really popular at the moment. It's no one's building. I mean, people are building on it, but psychology and it's speculation right now, man. Speculation is 80-90%. So once you kind of face the facts, you go, okay, it is what it is. A typical length of a correction. Now, it's going to probably be, I'm just going to do it, objectively, without even trying to say anything else. I'm just going to go typical correction. Minimum tends to be 50%, but can be 38.2, and the maximum is 100% of the previous swing. And this is the previous swing from February this year. And you go, yeah, that sounds like 3 to 6 months. I go, look, I'm just doing it objectively. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. It's just highly probable that we'll go into February for a correction with Solana. Like a nice big ABC, A, something like this, B, and likely it's going to be something like this in the previous range of the wave 4, which is this range over here. That's most common, right? Also, what we can be confident of, like if we said if it's going to be shorter, it will tend to be larger than any previous correction. So this is the longest correction in this whole part of this market, right? So we can go, okay, it's likely to be longer than this. So this will be the absolute minimum over here. Yeah, if it did happen quicker than anticipated, because it's crypto, a lot of things can happen. So we can almost go like this, right? So this is the typical Fibonacci ratios, this here, but just looking at the momentum of the market, this will be the typical minimum based on the length, how long this correction took, because this one took, I don't know, it's a couple of months, right? A couple of months. So that's Solana. All right. Whew. Okay, that's Solana. So now we've got a lot to cover. So what we're going to cover today is this. Let's get this going. All right. It's one of these long ones. I got this new thing called a remarkable notepad. My wife got it for me for my birthday. My business partner, my business manager, Declan Dorr, he uses one of these. I've been going on about it for so long. Remarkable. Use your, safe paper. These digital notebooks. It's amazing. I only got it yesterday. So let's have a look. So we're gonna do WagyuSwap, CrossWallet, CrossSwap, SafeLaunch, Ethereum, PostPad, NFT launch, Creator, LunarPad, Swaps, MemePad, and PostPad. All right. I need a timer. All right, I got this timer. It's just to make sure that this doesn't become like a 5-hour video. But we're gonna have timestamps. If you like today's video, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Take my free Elliot Fibonacci masterclass because I teach this stuff and you need to know it. So WagyuSwap. All right, let's do. How we're gonna do it today is we're gonna jump into CoinGecko. We're gonna type in Wagyu. Let me just start the timer. Bang. Let me just put it here. All right. Let's even get it to 3 minutes per coin. So WagyuSwap. All right. What I'm going to do, I also want to show you just how to get your, because I use Dex Tools a lot, right? Dex Tools is this, dextools.io, and I copy the contract. If it's a younger coin that hasn't been listed on many exchanges and is mainly on PancakeSwap or Uniswap, you go onto the left, click BSC, click Peer Explorer, and then you literally just paste the contract address, and this makes sure you get the right token because there's a lot of fake tokens out there, and it gives you the right tokens. So just click the BNB WAG because you got the contract address from CoinGecko, and then what I'm going to show you with Wagyu, if it opens up, let's go. All right, here we go. All right, let's just get rid of these lines. Let's just do a quick update. All right, with Wagyu, we did a few videos on this. I'm just going to jump into this as well. Let's just quickly show you this. This is important. It's important because we're just going to do objective feedback right now. Just going, how are things going? What's our hit rate right now? Because we do probabilities, never certainties. So WagyuSwap, we did an update over here. But where was the first one? First one was, I think it was in September. There we go. Could Wagyu be the next Ethereum? And I just want to show it to you like this deliberately. IDO, if we just have a quick look. Right, this is what we said. The video was on the 12th of September, and we said, look, price moved up, expect a correction, and then expect it to really, really take off. And what happened with Wagyu? That's what it did, right? That's what it did. We did an update video. From here, we said this is where we did the video, roughly around here. And then we said expect this, and then expect this, right? That's what we said. And that was bang on, right? That's like thumbs up to us. Good job, right? It doesn't always pan out, but that was pretty much textbook ABC correction. That's how the power of Elliott Wave Fibonacci. Look at this, right? And we just hit it pretty much bang on. It was an extended correction, but boom. But we just want to do a quick update on where is it now? Like, where is it now? What is it doing right now? So the easiest way I would look at this is, rather than getting too convoluted about what is this pattern, I would just do it very, very simple and go, look, we've had a big move to the upside. Very clean, very clean. Look how clean this is. Right, you can even get rid of this white line here. We don't need that. We don't need this. Just keep it nice and clean. Let's call this a wave one, right? This is a wave one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave one. Bang. Right, and you go, okay, what comes after a wave one? Well, after a wave one, and by the way, I'm using closing data on a daily chart because candles, you get these spikes, and this is all noise. This noise up here, these wicks on a daily, that doesn't give us that much value, and it gives more FOMO. So we're using closing day data on a line chart. On a daily, especially on intraday, you can use candles more. So what I'm looking for here is text. Let's just get this up and running. Bump. How are we doing on time? It's 2 minutes. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up in 30 seconds. Or aim to anyway. Let's have a quick look. We're just going to do very simple retracement. Low to this high. What's a healthy retracement for any coin, right? Forget that is WagyuSwap. That's a powerhouse DEX on the Valas blockchain. With ridiculous APY rewards, but this is the typical, right? And what have we seen so far? Let's just do some time. We need a few more clues. I know I'm going to go over 3 minutes. I'll get sharper. All right, we're in the time zone though, right? And actually, looking at this, there's a thing with crypto, man. Sometimes it's like, it's not textbook. Like this here looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This doesn't look like a textbook ABC, but it's a little plug up. But this overall just looks impulsive to the downside, right? So this more looks like the A. If I'm kind of having to look at this, is more like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 A. Then we should anticipate a B. It'll be something like this, and then we'll probably get a retest of the low, something like this, and then that will probably end up being a wave 2. And sometimes with younger coins, it's a bit harder. Sometimes you just don't have like enough information, because when we go to a weekly chart, I'll spend a bit longer on Wagyu, but I'll get sharper on the other ones because we're gonna repeat the same information. Look at the indicator information. There is none. Why? Because Wagyu's not been out that long and it hasn't got that much information, so we can't even get a weekly indicator on this. So we have to just go with what we have. And that's one of the pros and cons of low caps. It is what it is. But what we do have, I'm just looking at this as well. Yeah, it looks like we'll probably form that wave 2, and then from there, let me just do that again. Let me leave that in like this. Then what will likely form, high probability, is a new all-time high. Peak part of the season, probably line up with Bitcoin's correction, and then a typical price target will be 1.618 to 2.618. Low to the high to the low. I'm just gonna guess that, let's say it was down to the 78.6, 1.618. So right now I'm just staking my Wagyu. I don't really care about the short-term price action. I did a video. I said, look, during this correction, or what it looks like to be forming like this is just an updated viewpoint. They'll have maximum Wagyu. So if it does end up hitting $4.30 to $6.50 from $1 right now, well, we just maximize the Wagyu, and the APYs are really, really strong, really, really strong. There you go, Wagyu done, right? And it was 10x from when we did the first video, right? We said down here, around 22 cents, and it went as high as just under $3. So it was around just over a 10x, give or take. But again, that's just the part. This is where the real, this rest period, Wagyu needs a rest. It needs, Usain Bolt needs to rest his legs before the next sprint, right? And this is the typical zone, right? And so we have that really, really clear. Okay, how long was that? That was 6 minutes. Okay, I'm going to see if we can get the next one faster. So that was Wagyu. Next, we're going to move into CrossWallet. So again, we're going to go to CoinGecko. I want the correct address, CWT, or type in CrossWallet. It's a younger project. It's a young project, right? We're going to copy the contract address. We're going to go back into Wagyu, DEX tools, minimize. We're going to go back into the search bar. If I can get to the top, search bar, paste the contract address. It's going to pop up. Here it gives us a few different examples, but here I want the top one, BNB, CWT. Click on that. Let's make sure you got the right, and you can double check that 18.5 should be roughly the same as what you see in CoinGecko, 18.5, give or take. There's a slight delay between DEX tools. DEX tools is more accurate. So let's just now go to CrossWallet. That's important, right? This is important. Let's just, again, I wanted to do it like this. Again, I'm going to have it in the timestamps. Counting on my guy, Sanj. He's going to put in the timestamps for you guys. So we're just going to click on this.
What makes eToro a better place
We're
to
also
trade?
going to be turning off adverts
With eToro,
as of today.
I can trade alone.
We were playing with adverts. We're like, no, we don't want adverts.
Especially when the product goes live, because you have a lot of price action.
Because they're annoying.
So the price is like less than.
Okay, where is this? Okay, let me just get this here. Where are you? Okay, here we go. This is what I'm looking for here.
The station. That's what I want to focus on.
Okay, let's go. All right. Sorry, let me reset this timer as well. Okay. Race the clock. So down here is where we did the video. Around roughly here. And what I'm trying to get across to everyone is see the bigger picture, right? See the bigger picture. Because a little movement like this, you go, this is not a little movement, it's a big movement. It went from 0.0134 to 0.025. I go, guys, it's a 2x. I'm like, what game are we playing? We're not in stocks, we're not in forex, we're not in commodities, we're in crypto land. Crypto land, we don't get out of bed for like a 5x or a 10x, especially when we're doing low cap gems. If you're doing low cap gems, it's higher risk. So you have to go for the 5x's, 10x's, 20x's, 50x's, 100x's. If you want to just get 20, 30, 40, 50%, we'll stick to your top 10, top 50 cryptocurrencies. That's a much safer bet. Whereas with low caps, what we're looking for is this. CrossWallet was just, like, yes, get in there, son. This is nice. This is what we want. This is what we want, right? This is what we want. We did the video down here, right? 0.01345. It did a nice movement up, and people are like, even people that bought up here, they're like crying about it. And I'm like, oh man, people need to be patient. There was ABC. We did another video down here. We said, look, got this wave 1 and a wave 2, and we're anticipating a wave 3. And oh boy, did we get a wave 3. Wave 3 was just beautiful. Look at that textbook. Then we got this wave 4 happening, and then it looks like a wave 5. And now it looks like we're just going into a bit of a correction, which is nice. We want that. We want CrossWallet to have a rest. Look, after your athlete has performed so well for you, just won the Olympics or won the quarterfinals. Look, it just went boom. Quarterfinals, rested up for the semis, and then it just went boom. Look, it gave you that much energy, and then a little correction, little rest, and a final sprint. And we go, okay, you've done well for us, CrossWallet. Take a rest, take a breather. And some of you will be like, no, what you get? We don't want the price to go down. I go, I know, I get it, but we need to rest our athletes. We need to rest them. Otherwise, it's like, we'll get sanctioned for torture of our tokens. We need to give them a rest. And you go, oh, but what happens when this happens? I go, well, let's look at the macro. What's the macro? Well, actually, let's get rid of these now. Let's get rid of these. I'm gonna upgrade this to this. How we're doing on time? All right. Again, I've got a timestamp, so you can just fly through to the tokens. But these are all valuable lessons, right? We've got wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. Now we want that as the intermediate count. So we're going to put that as intermediate. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's clear. Yeah, you got it. Boom. All right. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of what? All right. That's the clue. That's where the information gets to the next level, because now there's waves within waves. And what we want to do is, because CrossWallet hasn't even launched his proper product yet. I reckon it's going to come in the next, when the market gets a bit more optimism, because Bluezilla, the incubating team and the teams around them, they're really good at timing things. So what should we anticipate? Look, it is what it is, right? We want it to obviously fly more, but just looking at pure psychology, if I'm just calling a spade, it's okay for it to be healthy. But the staking rewards are pretty decent with CrossWallet. It's like 25%. And once they launch their product, it's going to fly much higher, and they're going to put all types of rewards in play. Why is this not clicking? Let's do this one more time. I want this here. Come on. I want these numbers. Let's go. Here we go. Boom. This is the typical correction zones. We're using closing day data and typical time. I don't often like doing this because I don't know if it panics people or not, but I'm just going to call a spade a spade. All right, so this is the kind of zone. We want this nice, healthy correction, but wait till I show you. Wait, because it's hard to exit the market and enter back in. Sometimes you should. If you bought down here and you're not risk-free, I don't know what you're doing, right? Because this is like a 30x. It was 3,000%. So there should be 5x, 10x. There should be some exit points where you get your original money back in your pocket, so that it becomes comfortable to hold. Now, if you bought up here, then okay, I feel for you, because you have to go for a bit of a holding phase, but that's okay. Just accumulate with your 25% APY with CrossWallet. But what should we anticipate? Very, very nice, very clean. Look at the momentum right now. Momentum is bullish, so we expect sideways to up for a few days, right? But what should we anticipate? A wave B, right? And it's quite bullish. It might even exceed the wave A. It's an irregular ABC, if that occurs. But we should anticipate a 50% correction. And the corrections haven't been that deep. This is really good signs of bullish behavior. So probably tag the 50% in this range, something like this. The minimum, if it's a bit more bullish, is 38.2. It's unlikely to get to 78.6. So this is the kind of range. So it's healthy. It's like not too far from where it is today, but you can increase the amount of CrossWallet tokens you have. But this is what I wanted to show you, right? Geez, today's going to be a long video, isn't it? Oh wait, but we got timestamps. So you can just jump straight in, right? This is so what we're gonna do to finish up on CrossWallet. Let's get rid of this. Is what's the typical? This is gonna blow your mind. This is gonna blow. But this is a picture I want you to see, because this people can't see this. People can't see this. What we want to do is measure. Where is it? Here we go. It's here. I want to measure the beginning of this whole sequence. Measure the top. Project it from where we're forecasting it, but it gives you a bit of a ballpark. Because we do probabilities, never certainties. You know that by now, right? Yep, these are the two typical wave 3 zones. Where's that? All right, let's have a look. Let's get rid of these. These are old, outdated. What you get? Where's these lines? Where's these lines? Look at these. Look at these. This is what I'm waiting for CrossWallet. All right. This is the big boy game where the big money is made in the big moves. This is what we're. Does it mean it's going to happen? No. Is it highly probable? Yes. Yes, because this is what we're waiting for. This is the big money. This is where we're kind of going. But it's still early. Like, what's the price here? It's only 82 cents to, is that right? 56 cents. And today is like, it's only like a 3, 4, 5x, right? But if you guys got in down here, 0.013, let's just call it 0.02, right? To 80x, that's a 82 cents. That's a 44,000%. Is that right? 4,000%. And I know many of my community got in down here around 20 cents, not 20 cents, 0.015, 0.02, thereabouts. But even down here, the second video, 0.028, 0.033, thereabouts, is a really good, healthy price because going to 80 cents is still another 30x, right? Yeah, it's nearly for you guys. Is that right? Yeah, 40, 50x. 50x is a lot you're going to experience on this. Yeah, but that's what we're looking for CrossWallet, right? And it's probably going to line up, looking at the dates. Let's just finish up on a date. I know I've gone over time. Jeez, this is terrible. I know. But again, I got timestamps for you people. So don't worry about it. Timestamps are going to be in there. Yeah, so I'm just going to quickly have a quick ballpark date. Yeah, end of December. We're talking about end of December. End of December for this move. Jeez, as in by the end of December. So that'll be pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, so what's next? Do you know what? I might even just do... Do you know what? I'm probably going to do just 2 more. I'm going to do 2 more because I don't want to make this video too long. And then on another video, I will update on the rest of them. So I'll do CrossSwap and SafeX. They were the next 2 that I did. So let's go to CrossSwap. Now, CrossSwap, a lot of you asking me in the chat is, what's the difference, Jiggy? CrossWallet, CrossSwap? Are they partnered? Are they the same company? They're part of the same ecosystem, same incubator VCs, which is the Bluezilla VCs. They incubate projects solving big, meaningful problems. And cross-chain seems to be one of their big things right now. So cross-chain IDOs, multiple blockchain launchpads, and then DEXs. They launched Wagyu, and Wagyu is just a powerhouse, right? So what's happening over here? So now we just got to look at the macro picture, right? Macro picture. So let's get rid of all this. Shall we just start again? Let's just start again. Let's just get clean. Let's just delete all of this data, right? Let's just start with a nice clean chart, right? So again, with CrossWallet, I'm going to do this. I'm doing this, CrossSwap. I'm doing this deliberately because sometimes people don't understand how powerful elevated Fibonacci's are, and even what we're trying to do here. We want big winners, and we're doing probabilities, never certainties. So here we go. Where's the first? I think it was the second video I covered some price action with
around 100
wallet. I keep saying CrossWallet, CrossSwap. Let me just pop this here.
The doers.
All right, Sanj, we need to turn off adverts. We're going to turn off adverts on all past videos and current videos. We don't want adverts.
Ready to join your team and take it to the next level.
All right,
with Globalization Partners' full stack global employment platform.
All right. Yes.
So when they say CrossSwap,
yeah. Okay, here, what I want to do is, here we go, this one here.
Herd psychology. But today,
this video was on the 20th of October, which is a follow-up to CrossSwap. Come on, get with the program, Jiggy. All right, here we go. Let's reset this timer. Let's see if we can get this one under 4 minutes. 4 minutes is the target. Down here, we did the video. So CrossSwap down here was the video, roughly down here. Nice move to the upside, bit of a correction. Nice move to the upside, bit of a correction. So what do we look like we got over here? Looks beautiful, beautiful. This looks beautiful to me. Got this song in my head, you're so beautiful to me. All right, I got this. Singing is not my thing. I used to be a dancer, guys. I used to do breaking back in the day. Yep, B-Boy Vandal was my name. Yep, I know. I was a breakdancing math teacher. Yeah, I know. I'll have to show you a video one day. Let me know if you want to see my breakdancing video. It includes head spins. It includes some power moves, good freezes, popping. I did a lot of popping. All right, so we got the wave two. Yeah, perfect. Wave 2. All right, so what we got here, right? What this looks like to me is there's wave 1, wave 2, and we should anticipate a wave 3. Right, we're going to ignore this noise on the right for a second. And what we're going to do is go swap. Come on, let's go. So this is the two next price targets that we're looking for, right? Boom, right? Overextension is what we're anticipating. Powerhouse projects, $1.63 to $1.15, 16 thereabouts, right? That's what we're expecting. But in the interim, what is this happening down here? Down here. Well, I said this in the previous video. Let me just do it like this, and it's much clearer now, much clearer, because we weren't too sure, but we're much clearer now. Is the following. Let's get rid of this. Let's go here. Looks like a nice wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as we previously said. This is the part. If I can get this, come on. Of a wave 1 of. Come on, capitals, come on. Of 3. All right, this is a wave. What looks like a wave 1 of 3. Let me just do it a bit clearer so we have it like this. Let's make it a bit smaller and let's do it red. Let's go red. Right, boom. Now look at this. Oh Lord, look at this. This is beautiful. Now, this one wasn't a clean, it looked like it was potentially a form in an ABC, but we had to move to the upside and another deeper correction. Now, if I bring up the theory, look how clean this is. Let's see if it pops up. Let's see if it works. There we go. Yeah, look how clean this is. If I just kind of clean this up, we just look at it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's get rid of this. Bump. Look at this. Yeah, take a picture of this, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC. All right, this is textbook theory, Elliott wave, human psychology, and it happens on big wave counts, small wave counts. It happens on different markets, different time frames, right? But the basics, this is the core basic. If you haven't already, take my Elliott wave Fibonacci masterclass, because I teach this for free and I break it down in simple terms to understand it. But what we want to look at is to look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this in reference, right? Look at that, and look at this. Look at that. Look at this. This is beautiful, right? Why do I say it's beautiful? It doesn't mean it's gonna hold, but more often than not, it looks like a nice A, B, C, right? So that's pattern, right? Pattern, and then here we're just gonna copy paste, and down here was a wave 2 of wave 3, right? Wave 2 of wave 3. Then we do time and price. This is my favorite. That's why I got so into Elliott wave and Fibonacci. I learned so many different trading strategies, but this was my absolute favorite. I'm going to move this to the right hand side. There. And these are the typical zones. And then time. We're going to measure the low to the high. And the typical times most common is 50 to 100%, right? It's there to there. So now we're in that zone now. Now we're in that zone. Before we were getting close to that zone, but now it's very clear. This is like if I was drawing it myself, and said this is what it looks like, which is like this. Look at this. Doesn't mean it's going to hold. Anything can happen, but this is just like mwah. But we're not finished. We'll do measure this wave A, project it forward from this what looks like a wave B, and the most common is 100%, which is going to be a red line, and look, it's right there right now, right? So then we can actually do this. We actually go, oh, okay, it looks like this is not that relevant, and this one's not as relevant, and it's this one. And then we do we're doing this ahead of time. It hasn't taken off yet, right? I'm just doing this live because a lot of people in my community were just asking for updates. And I'm like, so many coin requests and everything else. And it's in this zone. Look at this. This is perfect. And then we're going to do one last thing, which is we're going to measure how long did it take to form this wave A. And we'll project that forward. And look, it's in that zone again. It's in that zone. So now we can even get rid of this one, which is more the retracement. See, this zone, price, and time zone, this is what you call textbook. Right? Textbook. And then what we should anticipate is now the wave 3 of wave 3. More often than not, it coincides with fundamentals. But I don't know if the Bluezilla team will announce in these market conditions. But they might. I don't know. But they might need to because if it's ready and they're doing IDOs and they're gonna launch projects onto CrossSwap as opposed to Pancake to do the token generation event. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Actually, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I said I'll do safe launch. I'll do safe launch. So yeah, let me just finish on this part of this one. So the immediate movement. Again, if we just now measure this wave 1 of wave 3, projected forward from potential wave 2 or wave 3, and we then take the two numbers of 1.618, which is the golden ratio, bang, bang, and we'll see that 2.618 goes up to here. So we will see some resistance here and over here more than likely. So this very highly probable. We look at the momentum, it's oversold. So again, we're expecting a bullish reversal, bang, and then that should coincide with the next leg of the market. And this should perform independently of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is probably going to go into wave B in itself, and people are going to think that's going to be all-time new highs, but likely it's just going to be a wave 4 of a wave A. Again, I covered that jargon in my Elliott and Fibonacci masterclass. All right, so we'll do one more. We'll do safe launch. We'll do safe launch because I said I would, and then we'll do the others another day. Safe launch. Now, safe launch, geez, this was a real gem because, as the token, it performed okay. Like, the token, like I think we brought price around, by the time you saw the video, it was around 69 cents to 80 cents, give or take. And it went to around $2. So it was around 2x, thereabouts. So we look at safe, is this safe launch? Yeah, I got it, bang. Yeah, so we look at this over here. There's a couple of different wave counts we can do, but let's just clean this up. Let's just start again. Sometimes it's easier just to kind of start with a blank, clean slate. Movement to the upside. Yeah, I think we'll probably, we just keeping it simple. We've got a nice movement to the upside. Looks like an irregular A potential. I don't know, actually. Let me just have a second look at this. Actually, this will probably be the upside here. Wave 4, wave 5. And then we should anticipate just a bit of a correction. Yeah, we won't go into too much detail because what I wanted to cover here with Safe Launch was their last two IDOs. Well, one of the IDOs was an IDO public round, Gamey. And Gamey did phenomenal. Like here, Gamey it performed even better than I was expecting. Here we go, $5.58 was its high. And if we go to Safe Launch, which have got a new website, by the way, good job, guys, because it's much cleaner than the old one. There's a new website. It's got all their projects now on their homepage. You can kind of see it really, really clearly. So if we go to, let's go to the IDOs, Launchpad. Launchpad Gaming was their last one, and it launched at 10 cents. 10 cents. So if we just get a calculator out and go, okay, its all-time high was $5.58 divided by 10 cents, so 0.1 is almost a 56x. And I know, the guaranteed allocation at the broker level was 250. I know there's a vesting schedule and everything else, but on paper that was like 56. That's like worth 14,000. And I know some of my students got a $1,000 allocation because there's a first come first serve round on the broker level and above, and some would have got even more. 1,000 times 56, well, 56,000, right? I go, wow, that's good. That's good, and that's healthy. And then there was another one. What was it? It was PlayPad. PlayPad was on our list, but that actually launched on Safe Launch. If we go to private sales, got another new one coming out. New one, Earn Guild. Good, that one's coming out. I will look at that. Gamester came out. Dynasty, Chain Wars, and Amelia. Yeah. PlayPad. Look at this. PlayPad came out at 0.04. Right, 0.04, and people managed to get into the private round, and then it launched around a month later. And what's today's price of? Let's just look at PlayPad. So the token of Safe Launch may not have done extraordinary well, like 2-3x or whatever it was, depending on what price you got in at. But the few of the IDOs, for the price you're getting in at, like Bluezilla cost like $70,000 to $100,000 for a top tier. And here, to get the equivalent kind of allocation, you're paying pennies. What am I looking at? All-time high was $1.39. $1.39. I think I brought this to you at around 90 cents to $1, I think. So it's still early days for PlayPad. I think market conditions are what it is. What did I say? $1.39. $1.39 divided by 0.04, which was the private round price, as a 35x. And I know people got $1,000 allocation in this, and I think 10% was not given at the token generation event, times 35, like $3.5 grand plus they've got another 90% sitting in the bank. Divided by 0.9. Let's just do a rough math. Yeah, no, that's not the right math. Yeah, I'm making up math over here. 1,000 times 35 is obviously 35,000. So that's really, really healthy. And Gamey is launching their launchpad now. They're allowing you to stake your tokens. The membership's going live and everything else. So that should do quite well. So there you have it. So we did a lot today. We covered. Let's have a look here. We covered Bitcoin. It looks like it's made a local top by the wave 1 of a wave 5. We should anticipate a wave 2 of a wave 5, a few weeks sideways to down. Now, we don't know right now. Is the money going to just come out of crypto? Because it went from 3 trillion to 2.6 trillion, thereabouts. So there's $400 billion that has exited the markets. But often what happens is when it goes into altcoin season, that money starts pouring into the altcoins and then starts pouring into the micro caps. So now is the time to really kind of plan. Might need to be a bit defensive. Make sure you're becoming risk-free at 3x, 4x, or a 5x, especially in the low caps. With IDOs, when they're doing 50x's, 100x's, 200x's, some did 600x's recently, then you can be a bit more aggressive with exit 1, with your vesting schedules and everything else. We covered Wagyu. Looks like it's doing a nice, clean wave 2. So Wagyu's staking rewards are incredible. Like even 600% is still incredible. Like, let's look back to the normal world, centralized world. ISAs are 1.25%. Stock indexes are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maximum 10%, but more like 5%, 6%. Hedge funds, like normal hedge funds, not crypto hedge funds, average performance is like 10, 20% annually, so on and so forth. So to get 600% APY, 400% APY, and to compound it as an AP, so APR to APY compounded goes to 1,000, 2,000% APY. That's incredible. Now, if you're confident in Wagyu as a DEX on the Valis blockchain, and it's fast, it's cheap in terms of gas, and it's a mirror of like PancakeSwap, but on a faster blockchain, it's likely to hit a few hundred million market cap, $500 million market cap, probably $1 billion market cap, considering that PancakeSwap it's around $5 billion market cap, and Uniswap has been as high as $22 billion market cap. We covered CrossWallet. CrossWallet is looking like it's doing nice. It needs a rest. Let's give it a rest. Put your legs up, CrossWallet. You've done well for us. You've done 30, 40x or 20x, depending on what you bought. You go, look, relax. We're just going to, stake, show our trust in you. And once the product goes live and you do a nice ABC correction at the 62% with the time, boom, we should anticipate a couple of dollars, right? We go, or 80 cents to a couple of dollars. We'll probably overextend because there's a lot of eyeballs on that project. CrossSwap was similar to CrossWallet, but the leg 3 hasn't really taken off. It's been the wave 1 of wave 3, wave 2 of wave 3. We should anticipate the next one. And the staking reward on CrossSwap is a much, much more tasty, right? They're like, on average, I think it's 300%. I've seen as high as 600-700%, as low as 56%. But it's based on how many people sell their tokens, and there's a taxation on those tokens, and then the stakers get those rewards. And then SafeLaunch. SafeLaunch, beautiful website. Good job, guys. Good job. Love it. Listening to the community. You're getting good projects. So SafeLaunch, we brought it to you at around 70 cents. I wanted to bring it earlier, but they launched NFT pad and that kind of pushed the price up before because, it was a good, big announcement. But Gamey on SafeLaunch as a IDO did 55x, and PlayPad as a private sale and then listed around a month later has done a 30x, give or take. And I think both of them have still got massive upside potential. So, it's healthy. So if you like today's video, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. You can hear it in my voice. I've been talking way too much today. So I'm going to try and keep these short and sweet in the future. But sometimes you guys are asking me, can I get a Bitcoin update, an Ethereum update, a Solana update, this update, these low cap gems of thinking, actually, do you know what? I'll just cover it in one, put them into the timestamps, and then you can go through whichever ones you want at your own time and your own pace. Let's finish on a quote. What's the quote of the day, Jagab? The quote of the day is this, because I chose this one again because we're in the probability game, not the certainty game. I still don't think most people get that. And we've covered, today's video we covered, let's include Solana. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 5 that we covered today, well, all of them have done well, right? Solana as a token, Wagyu, incredible. CrossWallet, 40x. CrossSwap, 10x with the potential of the next 40x. SafeLaunch, 3x, but the launches on SafeLaunch did a 55x and 25x. But there was a few others in the list, which I'm going to cover in another video, that haven't performed as well, overall. But that's because we're looking at 10 projects, let's just say, and 2, 3, 4 we expect to fly, and 2, 3, 4 we expect to do okay, and 2 we expect to not do so well. But at the time of buying, we don't know which ones, right? Especially when we're buying young and early. There's more upside potential, but we're also taking a bit more risk, and you have to factor that into your whole equation. So the quote of the day on that context is, I promised a friend of mine that I'll say this word. I need to remember the word. Superlative, right? Superlative. That was a new word of the week. One of my friends said, "Yeah, that is just superlative." And I went, "Sorry, what?" He said, "Superlative is another way of saying excellent." Superlative. So this is a superlative quote because these are one of the all-time sporting legends, and we want to learn from these people. Michael Jordan. So that's Hitesh, by the way. Hitesh, superlative. Got it lodged in my brain. I promised you I'll say it in my next video. So I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 3,000 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. It's okay to take a loss. In fact, it should be expected. We don't know which one. We don't want to obviously deliberately take a loss. Never, never, never. We don't lose on purpose, but it's always a possibility, and you have to factor that into your whole business plan, your trading plan, and just your own emotional management. As long as 30-40% of your positions are doing incredibly well and some are at break even and you're getting that risk free at 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, depending on your plan. If it's IDOs, 50x, 100x, whatever's your plan. And then it's easier to ride these waves. So when we come into corrections, we don't need to panic so much. We got money put aside, we got profits, and we got good positions. So it's all moving into the healthy part. But the last thing I wanted to cover, I'll leave with you, is I don't think we've had the peak 2017 last 3 months of the market mania phase. I think that's still to come, and that will be the wave 3 of wave 5. We'll anticipate the wave 4 of wave 5 if it unfolds that way, and then the wave 5 of wave 5 is where we're going to be super conscious on going, right, now it's time to really take profits and plan for potential bear market. But I don't think that's close by yet. I think it's a few months before we're going to see that. All right, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, take my free Elliott and Fibonacci masterclass. If you buy one of my courses, which are at a massive discount right now, I think they're going up in price next week, you will get invited to my private Telegram group where you'll get premier access to this type of content on YouTube. All right, see you soon.